Hi there, I'm Westy Chick. Welcome. This is part 2 of my formal garden build by the beach. I'm going to take you on a teeny tour of what I've done so far, starting with this maze garden. It's not really a maze. I think a lot more room would be needed to achieve that, as it would take up quite a bit of space to get enough layers in there. I had just enough room to squeeze it all into this area. In this layout, there's one opening that serves as both entrance and exit. Access to the next layer is offset, and the center is the large fountain. I find the symmetry and straight lines are quite peaceful. I kept it simple by just adding paths and lighting, and then it was done. Now we jump back in the helicopter and head over to the water garden. This took hours, mainly because I decided to make it symmetrical and it didn't all quite fit on the screen, which meant a lot of back and forth to make sure everything was lining up. I guess I could have mapped it out on graph paper, but I didn't want to stop, so I winged it and built it on the fly. But I think it worked. The trick here was to dig out the entire area and decorate it before letting in the water. At first I was going to leave it looking like a big pond, but that turned out to be too bare and empty for my liking. So I added the elevated pathway with a small fountain in the center. And I like the idea that visitors to this area would be able to walk across the pond without getting their feet wet, and be able to pause in the middle beside the fountain to take in the peaceful atmosphere. I decided to expand this garden concept across the river in a very large symmetrical water garden, and the first thing was to clear the ground. This took quite a long time over several days, so I'm going to leave you with some music for a bit while the speed build happens. And we're back with a check to see how things are looking. The basic design is mostly done, but now I need to carry on and prepare to dig deeper so the water looks good when I finally let it in. I find that digging down at least 2 levels gets the water effect I'm after. And with the magic of video editing, we're back to see the finished product. There's been quite a gap between the last bit and this last bit. So let's take an overhead tour and have a look around. I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out. It wasn't a clear day, unfortunately, so sorry about the haze. Off camera, I finished the planting and built these water walls as a backdrop to the whole garden. Very red for a red garden. Everything's very symmetrical, which I like a lot. So let's see how things look at ground level in the Jardin Rouge. And this is how it looks all lit up at night. I never get tired of Dinkum at night. I hope you enjoyed this build and tour and that it might inspire you to build your own symmetrical water gardens. Thanks for watching. Bye.